Hello.
Hi.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Okay, so I was going to offer you an option of me telling you a sordid, seedy love story full of sexual innuendo and tension.
The obvious right answer.
Or a lighter story. And I've decided that I don't want to lose all of my dignity and self-respect in front of you, so I'll tell the lighter story. I swear. But I'm sitting over in the corner near Joe, and so if you want to hear the sordid sexual story, you can check me out at intermission. So I'm working class and proud of it, right? Anybody else in here working class? Yeah. So my granddaddy was a laborer, a day laborer. My grandmother did day's work, which was, that's, being a housekeeper. And my mom was a secretary, so I come from good, solid, working class people. But my grandmother was like the smartest person I ever met. I mean, I was running an organization, a major organization, and this woman went to elementary school. And I would come home at night and talk to her about these complex business scenarios, and she was the smartest person I ever met. So right on for working class people. But they instilled in me this idea that education was the way, right? So every generation you want to do a little bit better than the one that came before you. So my gift is, well, I'd like to think my gift is writing. So I go to undergrad school and I study writing, right? And I'm kind of struggling with the writing, and I have this amazing story, but I don't have the skill, to write it. So I go to Granny and I say, I want to go to grad school because I got this story that I'm, trying to figure out how to write, and I need more skill. So she says, okay, go ahead. So I go to Sarah Lawrence, I get an MFA in theater, and I come out and I remember saying to her, Granny, I'm going to make $30,000 a year when I finish this MFA program. So you need to let me go to that, right? So I finish it, I'm writing plays, right? Got some on Broadway, 42nd Street. I got stuff in Alaska getting put up, but I'm still feeling like I'm not really there with the stories. I might get a reading, but we're not getting a full production. So, I'm keeping working on it, and in the meantime, the rest of the family, they're getting married and they're having kids, and, and I am sacrificing, right? I am sacrificing family and a husband because there are 1,000 good reasons to do that. Don't do it! Okay, don't do it! But I gave it up because when the store is closed, the store is closed. So grab it when you can. But anyway, so, they're having kids and getting married and stuff, and I'm trekking down, trying to get these plays done and produced. So I'm writing, I'm sending them out, and anybody listen to Steve Harvey on the radio? Yeah? Okay. So I wrote this play about, a father confronting his son, and I sent it to Steve Harvey. Because, I'm going to prove to my family that college and education and the business life is the way to go. So I send my play to Steve Harvey, and I say, I want you to produce this play. The head of his foundation calls me on the phone, and she says, I'm going to fly from Atlanta to see your play. When are you getting it done? And I said, oh, it's going up next week. Okay. Take all my money, throw out this reading. The kids are there, my sister's there, my niece is 9 months pregnant. She's sitting there because this is it. This is my fool's gold. This is it, right? So we do the play. She flies in from Atlanta. After the play is over, she comes back and has dinner in the restaurant with me and the family and the cast, and she's talking about cast members and who should be cast in it, and she's going to show it to T.D. Jakes, and she's going to take it back to Steve Harvey, and she leaves, and I'm excited, and I never heard from her again. Never heard from her again, right? In front of the whole family. And I'm like, I'm completely humiliated. At this point, I can't even write, right? And I get a call that First Person Arts needs an executive director. And I go into this interview with the board, sitting all around the room, and I say to them, every single thing I've ever done, professionally and personally, has qualified me for this job. I had no idea what it meant. No idea. 2.5 years later, probably 200 stories I've heard? told stories, worked with artists telling stories, and I even have taken classes at First Person Arts. Well, guess what? I think I kind of have figured out that I really didn't know as much as I thought I knew about how to tell a story. And now I can get up on stage, not because I need to prove to somebody that my career path was worth it, but because I love to tell stories and I love to connect with people. And if I make it, I make it, and if I don't, oh well. Thanks.